Hey everyone, I've bought lots of courses and products that's really helped me as a writer. But when I've been making the decision about whether I wanted to invest in something, what's really helped me is to kind of get a visual peek into what the course or the product actually looks like. And so I thought what I would do for you just now is to show you a little bit about the resource bank, and if you were to invest in this resource and get all the templates and the shortcuts that I'm offering, what actually do you get and what does it look like? I know that some people are visual learners, and so I've got the two courses that I sell here, products, but it's the resource bank. I'm just going to give you a very quick peek inside so that you know that actually if you've got it, what exactly do you get? And so, yeah, let's just have a look inside this. And so, yeah, so if you were to buy the resource bank, let me just pull up on the left side here. You can see that it's divided into three sections. Ignore the main page in a minute. I'll come to that. On the left, we've got templates, we've got cheat sheets, and we've got checklists. And templates are essentially those downloads where you plug and play. So you have some structure or a framework, and you just basically fill in the blanks. So you can see here we've got templates around a headline. So that'll just give you the structure for the headline, and you just literally put in your words. Or down the bottom there, we've got outlines to speed up your writing. So if you're writing a long post, it'll give you the structure. And again, you can just fill in the blanks, or a framework for telling a story. It'll give you that structure, and again you just fill in the blanks. So the templates are those things where you get a structure, you get some sort of framework, and you plug in the blanks, the chat GPT one there as well. And what we've also got is cheat sheets. And cheat sheets are more like tips and advice and a reference of tactics really you can use. So like the 7 devices to spice up dull sentences. If you're thinking about your editing and you're thinking some of your sentences are a bit bland, and you're just thinking, actually, what should I use? You can pull up that download and it'll give you some devices you can use, and you think, right, I'll use that one, and go through your writing and add it in. And maybe the one I'm using. So all these resources are ones that I personally use. And actually, since I've tidied them up to make it clearer for you, I found myself going back to them even more. So one I love a lot is this one, Metaphor Creation Cheat Sheet. And so I've found that metaphors are really accelerating the engagement with my writing. When people comment on my stuff, I'm finding that particularly Medium, where people can sometimes quote your writing in a comment, and I'm finding whenever I put metaphors in, they always get quoted and referenced. And then, but sometimes I get stuck, and I'm like, what metaphor can I use? I can't keep using the same one over and over again. So this cheat sheet gives me a reference. So when I'm stuck, I'll go to it. Let me just download it for a moment, see if this works. So when you get them, you'll just click, and you'll be able to download it. And actually, that's not gonna work for you. Oh. Okay, yeah, there you can go. So there's the metaphor cheat sheet, and it's got like weather, object, game, sport, body part, and there's loads of others that will be there. And I'll just look up there, and they'll have to give me a prompt and help me to think of a new metaphor. And so that's what the cheat sheets are, and there's prompts around ideas, ways to hook. So if you're thinking, what's my first sentence, and you're trying to think of a good way, then you can just pull up that one, and you'll get some hooks you can use straight away. So that's the templates we've talked about. We've talked about the cheat sheets, and then the other one you can do is a checklist. And so the checklists are literally what they said. There'll be things that you're supposed to do. So if the bottom, if you're trying to create a profile or a bio for Medium or Twitter or LinkedIn or whatever it might be, and you think, actually, what should I include? That'll give you the 3 things that you need to include. And so you just use that as a checklist. You just go to it and think, right, I need to do that, do it, that, do it, that, do it. If you're writing on Medium particularly, but it also works for other long form content, there's a checklist there. So particularly in the early days and you're trying to remember all the different things that you need to include, you can write, and then you can just go to that and think, right, have I done that, have I done that, I've done that, and you can just use that as a checklist. Same with editing. And some of these checklists, what you'll do is you'll download it and you'll be thinking, actually, as time goes on, so my editing checklist, it's always evolving. So some of the things that I used to do in my early days, for example, always start with a single sentence or end a section with a single sentence. That used to be in my editing checklist. I don't need to do that anymore because it's so automatic. And so some of these checklists you will evolve as you go along, and the same with some of the templates. That's always evolving. So the templates for an enticing headline, that used to be 10 initially when I drafted it, and then as I'm developing more and more, I add it. And so you'll be fine to do this as well. This will be a real great starter kit for you. But you'll also evolve some of these, and some of them won't work. Or say the frameworks to tell a good story, you maybe find another framework or another one, and that might develop into 5 for you. And so that's basically what you get. I think there's 14 or 15 downloads in all, and you just click that download, and then you use them, and you're away. So you take the outlines, for example, and you just click download, and just let it come up in a second. There you go. So there's the download, and the first one is 10 outlines to speed up your writing. The first one is how I got this result, and you'll see there it'll talk about the outline, tips of where to make it work, why it's so important, this one, and I'll do that for each one. So I hope that was helpful, and the resource bank is available for £49, and you can access the link in the email I've sent you. And I'm also including Productivity Mastery. That's here. That's normally £49, but if you buy Resource Bank, you can get that for half price, £24. And that's got 7 modules, email course. That's all about productivity and some of the ways I've found while working full time to generate lots of content and writing. So hope that's helpful. Any questions or you're not sure about anything, then just click reply. But I've had loads of people buying it, loads of great feedback, so I know that will be really helpful to you as well. All right. Okay, speak soon.